Muy buenas a todos chicos y chicas, bienvenidos a mi canal, el canal de Master. Estamos en un nuevo video, esta vez para esta increíble serie que me encanta muchísimo de Genshin. Estamos con el equipo de Canon y bueno, como ya sabéis, en el episodio anterior lo que estuvimos haciendo, obviamente estuvo sin comentarios, fue intentar averiguar el asesino de como hace 20 años, que al final resultó ser a Shane, un asociado que tenía un novio. Pero en esta ocasión vamos a ver qué nos depara el destino. He estado bastante alejado de Genshin Impact, pero esta vez he decidido volver. Y el episodio se llama Una Peliaguda, Hora del té. Vamos a ver de qué trata. Vuelve a la base de Espina di Rosula con la corte de Fontaine. Es decir, para los que no lo sepáis, esta es la zona donde bueno, estaba bastante en lo profundo de Fontaine. Básicamente, para los que no lo sepan, es las alcantarillas. Así que por acá hay una entrada. Navia nos presentó otra entrada, pero hay dos entradas, afortunadamente. Bajamos con mucho cuidado. A ver si me termina entrando. Y en esta ocasión he venido trayendo otro micrófono para los que de pronto ya vieron el video de Rainbow Six Mobile. Una vez he escuchado un poquito más cerca, en las anteriores me escuchaban muy mal, pero ahora me vais a escuchar un poquito distinto porque estoy utilizando otra nueva técnica, la cual trata de grabar aparte el video y grabar aparte mi voz. Obviamente es más trabajo, pero pues así mismo la quería dejar. Continuamos por aquí, por las alcantarillas. Vamos a ver qué nos depara este nuevo episodio. Debo decir que ahora va a ser un poquito más corto los videos, ya no va a ser de 1 2 horas, 3. Ahora van a ser, pongámosle 40 minutos, 20 minutos. No quiero alargar tanto la historia. ¿Os acordáis que Navia tuvo un Borisio debido a, bueno, que ya no tenían el mismo poder financiero que antes tenían? Empezamos aquí, silencio total. Bonita parte.
Yep, here's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good person. Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now
Vale,
and
y si
then.
hacemos una escapada a algún sitio bonito, ya que vamos a descansar, hagámoslo en un sitio con paisajes bonitos. Creo que la segunda es más acertada porque la otra una pregunta.
Oh, come on! This place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base? Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
La otra no la entiendo muy bien. Una es decidido pues, o decidido pues. Y el otro, bueno, pero esta vez no me destripes la trama, ¿ok? No comprendo muy bien.
Then it's agreed. Come on, let's get some
Y
sleep.
entramos a la organización. A ver, ¿qué nos depara esta vez?
Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like a social documentary. Whew, it's actually pretty good. No! Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Huh? Who are you? Paimon doesn't recall seeing you before. Wait, you're not here to give us trouble,
Vale,
are
pequeño
you?
inciso, ya recordáis que en Genshin específicamente a veces hay algunas misiones que son solo hablar con personajes, y en otras ocasiones ya entramos un poco más al combate. Supongo que esta misión, específicamente en sus primeras partes, será más texto que otra cosa.
A blonde traveler and a chatty little fairy. Looks like I found the place. Good thing I asked the Spina di Rosula. Seems they sent me the right way.
Hey, what do you mean by chatty? Paimon's always careful not to talk too much.
Vale, ya sabéis cómo es la mecánica de esto. Yo la verdad no voy a ningún momento a intervenir, a menos que haya
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Peliaguda. Monsieur Nourrillat wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Neuvillette? He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Marmonia and asked Monsieur
Vale,
Nourrillat in
chica
person.
Isadora nos está proponiendo para que, pronto, así resumidas cuentas, algo ha sucedido con Neuvillette y Nadia, según lo que he entendido. Vamos a ver.
If you say so, but Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
Vale, nos ha dejado la duda y aquí empieza esta increíble misión. Espero que sea increíble, no voy a decir como las palabras. Pero bueno, vale, dice, habla con Neuvillette. Ya sabéis que Genshin Impact es específicamente deportes. Algunas veces no te lo vas a pasar caminando, sino te llevarías casi todo el video caminando. Vale, está en donde más rápido, no lo veo. Dice, completa la misión, el fracaso, el contraste de viaje de Charlotte. Vamos a ver. La verdad jamás me había pasado. Ah, muy bien, tengo que hacer otra misión por de hecho. La ubicación de la misma se encuentra ocupada con los conflictos del usuario. ¿Sí? El fracaso, el contraste del gráfico. Ah, ok, o sea, me toca hacer dos misiones secundarias siempre. Así que, dependiendo de cómo vea la situación, la voy a grabar, pero pues viendo lo visto, creo que toca hacer las misiones secundarias. La verdad no tenía conocimiento de eso, tengo que decirlo, pero supongo que hoy será el día que vamos a diferenciar esta serie. Por lo general lo único que hago es grabar la propia misión principal y nada más, aunque pues para esos momentos pues, grababa sin comentarios. Bueno, me ha cogido un poco de sorpresa esta misión secundaria. Debo decir algo, pequeño inciso, Fontaine es increíble, es la mayor cantidad de contenido que hay en este momento. Obviamente Somero lo supera por mucho. Somero fue realmente una enorme cantidad de contenido. De aquí yo no voy a... Vamos con Charlotte.
What could she want with Lapine Pauline?
Pretty please with the cherry on top, Charlotte. Journalist extraordinaire. I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blubber beasts. I've invested all my savings into graph adversarial technology. I'm begging you like the beggiest beggar in all of...
Okay. I need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine Pauline. I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes for those, big-ticket orders.
Vale.
But I'm afraid I'm not joking.
The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous amateur author, written in the style of a true story.
Oh, Paimon sees what happened here. Sounds like the report Lapine Pauline read in the Steambird wasn't in the news section after all.
Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. They even went, but to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to dupe potential criminals into wearing ridiculous costumes when breaking the law. In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. If anything, since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, a titanic red-crowned finch, and a specter man. So I knew this story had helped out law enforcement, but this is the first time I'm learning.
Uh-oh. So Lapine Pauline's whole research project is based on a fictional story? Which means we're not gonna get a big bonus after all.
Traveler! Paimon! You're back! I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about her research. She told me about your collaboration. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her I unfortunately had to dash her hopes, and I'm afraid all your hard work was in vain too.
This is a new situation for us, too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting, and the Maison Gardiennage only had Fontaine's best interest in mind.
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamek, head to the Opera at Biclez, and get a one-way ticket to the Fortress of Meropide. That way, I won't have to repay my debts. It's the only way I can afford to keep on living.
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. I mean, come on, look at you. You wouldn't even dent the Gardamex armor. In all likelihood, they'd only hold you up at the Maison Gardiennage for a few days. Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how...
270,000.
Okay, well, escaping to the Fortress of Meropide over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces. And now I'm just a... It's not just my... My life is...
Don't despair, Miss This prototype you've given me, the camera length, the rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful function in its... So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may have many applications... Absolutely. I've been working as... So keep calm.
I can't... If this is true, then... Maybe I should consider taking out another loan. That way, I can rapidly improve the lens production process, be the first to market, and prepare to battle for dominance in the camera industry.
Come on, stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute. Just take it one step at a time and see how it goes. There's no sense in putting all your eggs in one basket before things are even off the ground.
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a workshop to raise some funds. I can't. There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
Voy a ponerle una entrevista
Can you believe her? She just ran off. advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this, and I'll be checking in on her regularly. Her research has the potential to benefit.
It's reassuring to know that
Ya
you'll be
terminó
looking
el
out for her,
prólogo,
Charlotte.
vemos la intro, porque va a ser esta misión secundaria.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens? It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology.
Thanks a lot, Charlotte. No bonus, no biggie. This makes everything look...
You're welcome. I got something out of this too. The boundaries between real news reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred. Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my...
Vale, vamos a la residencia de nuevo. La verdad no sé cómo se llama. No sé si se casa, su residencia, su oficina. La verdad es que está cerca del juego. Por cierto, algo que sí me gustaría decir es que realmente podéis ver la enorme cantidad de misiones que tengo. Esto no lo tenía. Es que te descuidas un momentico y ya tienes creo que 100.000 misiones secundarias. Más triste es que voy a tener que hacerlas fuera de cámaras para poder avanzar porque no me va a dejar. Bueno, de pronto dejé las dos misiones que estaban por ahí para que vosotros la veáis. Si veis el progreso que hay detrás. Aunque claro, lo más seguro es que primero haga la misión principal, pero no sé. Aún no tengo muy claro. Como podéis ver, se me ha tomado totalmente de sorpresa, no sabía que estaban conectadas estas dos misiones. Sí, por acá está, una patada. Oiga, señor, lo que ese hombre es parecido ser más el arconte. Vale, y pongo la cara. En vez de decir buenos días, buenas tardes, ¿no? El hombre es más refinado. Ahora, silencio.
We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this. If I'm understanding you correctly, the Snezhnayan harbinger known as the Knave has essentially requested a diplomatic meeting with you, correct? I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh?
Aquí Nubile está representando como la preocupación de que encerraron a uno de los 11, que es Snaya. Nubile, para los que no lo sepan, eso ocurrió también en el episodio anterior, que se rebeló contra los guardias y Nubile tuvo que someterlo. Y aquí Furina está decidida a ir a una reunión que los convocaron a ellos, y ellos están preocupados de que pronto se rebelen o vaya a haber algún tipo de consecuencia hacia ellos o hacia su propio territorio, debido a que me han dado un informe detallado de lo que sucedió con Nubile.
Well, you see,
Bueno, el
we
Cartas.
are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating. It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that...
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time. Besides, you'll be at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Ay, no puedo creer esto. Esta parte va a ir para... Va a ser la miniatura al final.
Could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro-Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party. I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
Vale, arrechín. Dice la sota, la cuarta de los 11 de los patrullos. Vale, otro miembro enorme. Recuerda que también conocimos al doctor o dottore, un fumero, que era muy superior a cualquier, incluso bastante superior a algunos puntos. Tenía un nivel de poder a tal punto que incluso nos puso a dormir. como rojo. Vamos a ver. Algo que sí debo de ser curioso es que tiene uno de los ojos una X. ¿Será que también estuvo en algún tipo de situación o esté relacionada a algo de... Vaya, se me olvidó lo que iba a decir. De, bueno, toda la catástrofe que ocurrió en Teyvat. No me acuerdo cómo era el nombre de la otra ciudad. Pero me
Lady Farina?
Oh, yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastry. To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
Vale, no es solo un ojo, son los dos.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
Mirad lo que acabo de decir. Esa forma de saludar al bilingüe.
First, I would
Bueno,
like
si
to
me callo,
thank the two of you.
como que es una
I'm often
reunión
away on
bastante
business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt.
Now then, you have come regarding the matter of child, correct?
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Eudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get yes, as you surmised, understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
La cosa está bastante difícil porque Snezhnaya se está involucrando demasiado al punto. Esto lo veo bastante complicado.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
The fortress of Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did say that Father will be returning soon. We didn't even know that Linny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Señoría debe tener mucho cuidado.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an archon?
So maybe that's not very likely.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meropide, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
¿Cómo que desapareció? Como-
The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meropide. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meropide and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meropide.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against the fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be—
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own investigation as a third party, right?
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble.
¿Cómo? ¿Nos van a meter a la cárcel porque sí? Bueno, sí, sé que he hecho cosas malas, pero si cercano a la cárcel, pues no creo. No.
So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright, we hereby accept this difficult task.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current— We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meropide's entrance on Irenaeus once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
Prepared ourselves? Is there—
Perhaps you could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world. Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and you will be compensated according to the highest standard.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat
Vale.
Are you leaving now?
En contexto, chicos,
In that
que
case,
ya hemos
please
llegado
take
bastante
this
lejos
cake as
con
a
el
token
video.
of my personal.
Van a llevar a la cárcel. Obviamente Paimon ya se dio cuenta del error, pero no sin antes con la historia que crea el café Protesia. Bueno, digamos, vamos a ir a hacer esta misión categoría. Es la misión de... perdón, disculpa. Esta misión es... evento. Es decir, que esta no la voy a traer acá. Y los otros más, bueno, son misiones secundarias, la verdad es decir, es algo fuera de cámaras. Pero lo voy a dejar hasta aquí, ¿verdad? Lo voy a dejar, vamos a salir. A ver si hay otra cinemática. Espero que no. Y dejamos hasta aquí el video. Y ya hemos llegado a 26 minutos. Pasamos el video. O sea, el máximo que pienso dejar son 50. Ahí en adelante ya no lo vas a ver más. Vale, el tiempo de carga sí es normal, que siempre se hace. Por si alguien se lo pregunta. Vale, no hay cinemática, por lo tanto lo voy a dejar justo en este punto. Y la parte esta es donde queda ese papel. Vale, justo acá. Pues hasta aquí lo voy a dejar, chicos. Nos vemos en un próximo video. Espero que sea de este video si podremos mirar una historia lo más pronto posible. La versión que se viene, la 4.3, más bien relleno que misión de arconte o lo que sea. Siendo más, dejamos esta parte. Espero que os haya gustado. Darle un enorme like, suscribiros. Nos vemos en el próximo video.